sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Air. Coming up next.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First play and a first pass from Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target. That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd and a couple, Murray. And this one's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Myjai Sanders breaking through and blowing that play up in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big fella go. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of a tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 10. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will add to their first-quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Murray. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but it looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a 1st down there.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger playing. He didn't throw toward that left side. Went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when he told...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Murray now on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot it once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, but he's going to be short of the line to gain. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
No magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, and with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds downs across the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. 30. The 20. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. His second touchdown this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in position to score points with that big-time return.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. James Conner taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Hurts fumbles it, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. The fumble on 1st down, now here's 2nd down. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Murray from midfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here on Sports. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Oh, he didn't spike it, he faked it. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Great stop by Darius Slay to back up the offense.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Andy Lee now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. This is caught. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The football going back over to Arizona now. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 16-yard line. 88 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. Uses the stiff arm. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On play action, it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore from 8 yards out. And the Cards have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 65 yards. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 112 yards rushing now for Conner and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right back to Conner here on first. He stiff arms him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Conner up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call.
Automatic
Mark
first
the
down.
5 and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Conner. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 7. They run behind center with Conner. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Hurts and the Eagles now down by a field goal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They need at least least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. Finding room at midfield. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And some room to work. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
Murray to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Coach Ethan.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. To throw is Murray. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's back to throw. Fighting through pressure. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Again, it'll be countered. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late